Before you set your prices, you have to count the cost. This is one of the biggest mistakes that massage therapists make, is they set their prices before they actually think about what everything is going to cost. Don't make this mistake in your business. Here's some expenses that you can expect if you're renting a room out of a place. The expenses are going to be a lot more if you actually own the whole place versus renting a room like most massage therapists or solo practitioners are doing. But here's some expenses that you can expect. Number one, rent. You're looking at, depending on your area, anywhere from $500 to $1,200 a month in rent, depending on the area. The supplies like oils, sheets, lotion, right? If you're using essential oils, all that stuff comes with a monthly recurring cost, right? Not like cups. I use cupping and I use hot stones. That's a one-time purchase. There is no recurring expense with those type of things. But with lotions, sheets, laundry, essential oils, all those things are a recurring monthly or bi-monthly expense that you're going to have. Your booking software. Now, a lot of you are still working out of a notebook or working out of a calendar on your phone, but a booking software can save you so much time, make you look more professional, and keep you super organized. It's also going to give you a much better picture of what your numbers actually are. So if you're not using a booking software, I highly recommend you get one. You can get one for as cheap as 40 or 50 bucks a month. I pay $150 a month for mine. And I think that's only because I'm grandfathered in, right? I use MindBody. I think it's like $225 for a solo person now. In my opinion, it's worth it. You have your marketing cost. It doesn't really matter what you're using, whether it's Groupon or you're putting money into Facebook ads. There is a cost associated with getting your name out there. Unless you're doing organic content, the only cost on that is going to be your time. As you get busier, you're not going to have as much time, so you're going to want to start putting money into some sort of paid advertisement. You're looking at anywhere from $500 a month to $1,000 a month, depending on who you use. Your email service. Right? I use Constant Contact. That costs me $60 a month. It depends on how many contacts you have in the system, but that is a monthly cost that allows me to write one email and send it out to thousands of people with just a few clicks. You cannot continue to use Gmail or Yahoo or anything like that because you cannot mass send. Right? I can send one email out to every client that is on my email list. It is a huge time saver and one of the most profitable things you can do in your business. You have your insurances, all your liability insurance, your health insurance, your phone service, your phone answering service, or your virtual assistant if you're going to use that type of service so that you don't miss calls throughout the day or while you're in massages. There's a huge advantage to that. One of the biggest problems that clients have with massage therapists is that they don't answer the phone, number one. And number two, they don't call them back. So using some sort of answering service can really boost up your bookings and your customer service and how satisfied your customer is with the overall experience of your business. And lastly, your household expenses, all your household expenses. While it is separate from your business expenses, you now have to bring this money home. You're on your own now. So you have to cover all those bills as well through the money that you bring in through the business or that you're going to bring home from the business. This is why it's super important for you to do a budget, including the upcoming expenses that you're going to have. You want to tie that in with the expenses that you already have at home, like your home rent now, right? Your home bills, your home, everything, all the expenses that it takes to run your household, groceries, car gas, all of that. While it's not technically a business expense, you are responsible for paying those things with your new business income. The reason this is important is because a lot of you set your prices before you count the cost. So you have to include these things to know, okay, maybe $50 or $60 actually isn't enough. Maybe $4,000 a month isn't enough because now I have my business expenses on top of my personal expenses and I haven't even gone on vacation yet. So let's put some numbers to this and see how it works out. Okay, so I totaled up some of this stuff. We got $1,000 a month for rent, $150 for oil, sheets, laundry, and essential oils per month, $100 a month for your booking software, $600 a month for marketing, $60 a month for your email service, $100 a month for your liability insurance, $300 a month for your phone service. Look, I know a lot of these are going to vary. I know some of you don't have $300 cell phone bills, but I do. You got $200 a month for your virtual assistant because you can get somebody, fairly cheap to answer your phones for you, and $4,500 a month for your household expenses. Again, I know this is going to vary. Now this totals up to $7,100 a month that I need to break even, right? Just to not actually make any profit, but just to break even, to be able to cover my household expenses and my business expenses. So look, these numbers again are $7,100 a month in bills. That's $85,000 a year in bills, okay? Just for you to break even. Yes, you're covering your expenses at home, you're living, your mortgage is paid, groceries are paid, all of that. All your expenses are paid, but you don't have any extra money when you're making $85,000 a year. No, and you haven't gone on any vacations yet. We haven't had an emergency yet. Your car hasn't broken down yet. Your kid hasn't gotten sick yet. A toilet hasn't overflowed. You haven't had to pay your deductible because something went wrong in your house. If there's any constant in life, is that there will be problems no matter what. So you have to set your prices at a certain point that will actually allow you to put a cushion, between you and life. But at $85,000 a year, you're at a break even. You're barely making it. Now, if your prices are set at $60 an hour, you need to do 118 hours a month or 7.5 hours a day to hit that 85,000. Just to break even, you need to do 7.5 hours a day. This is on 4 days a week in 4-week months, okay? 4 days a week, so 16 days a month. You can always work more days than this, but I like to set my goals for 4 days a week so I can have 3 days off. So 4 days a week, you need to do 7.5 hours a day if you're charging $60 an hour, and that's just to break even, which means you're actually going to have to do 10 to 11 hours to actually be able to live, go on vacation, and have a savings. At $80 an hour, you're looking at 5.5 hours a day. Now, for most massage therapists, they can barely do 5.5 hours a day, right? They're complaining about 3 to 4 hours a day. 5 hours a day is their max that they want to do before they're exhausted. So this isn't going to work, right? At $100 an hour, you need to do 71 hours a month or 4.5 hours a day. This is obviously more doable, but still, we are still at a break even here. You're gonna have to work more than 4.5 hours a day to be able to live, go on vacation, go out to a concert, all these other expenses that are not included in this budget, right? So what do you need to do, right? If in this example, if you have your goal and you hit your goal of making $100,000 a year, that means all your bills are covered, all your business expenses are covered, and you still have about an extra $1,200 a month for spending money, again, savings, things like that. That's all right. That's not great, but that's okay. My whole point of this video is just to show you that you need to figure out what the expenses of your business are going to be before you actually set your prices, because this is one of the reasons massage therapists stay broke and they're struggling in their business because they never did this. I made this mistake in the beginning, absolutely. So now I just want you to learn from my mistakes. So if at all possible, keep your expenses low, but set your prices higher in the beginning when you're starting out so that you can actually make a profit. Making a profit is okay. Everybody needs to do it. The last thing you want to do is set your prices at a break even so that one emergency comes along and wipes you out. Now you're in debt and struggling for the rest of your life because you never did this. My goal is to actually make $150,000 a year in massage revenue. That's not including the other streams of income that I have, but in massage revenue, $150,000 a year. Let me break that down for you. I do this on 48 weeks a year, right? 4 days a week. And then I break it down, what do I need to make each day? Okay, so $150,000 a year. 48 weeks a year is $3,125 a week. That's how much I need to make every week on average to hit this $150,000 goal. That 4 days a week, I need to hit $781.25 per day, 4 days a week. And each day that's going to take me, without any gratuity, without any tips, At an average of $100 per hour, 7.81 hours a day. So 7.5 to 8 hours a day. I need to be scheduled 4 days a week, 48 weeks a year to hit 150,000. That gives me 4 weeks vacation and 3 days off a week. That is how I break down my goal. Am I going to hit it? I've hit this 3,125 on many weeks so far this year. Not on every week, but on many weeks I've hit that. So we'll see what it averages out at the end of the year. I went a decent amount higher than I actually need, because if I fail at this, I might still land up somewhere above 120, right? Another thing I need you to understand is that this is something that I've built over time. I've been a massage therapist since 2006. You gotta build up your skills, your confidence, your ability to get your customers results on the table. That stuff takes time. The average salary of a massage therapist is like $42,000 a year. And that's going to be typically working for somebody else. So if you're not making this kind of money right out of the gate, do not be discouraged. Continue to build your skill set, learn new things, learn about business, sales, success, mindset, especially mindset around money, and keep pushing for this goal. I hope this helps you when you're starting out your business, and always remember to count your cost before you start.